What's up, Full Circle Nation? It's Dean here, and today I'm going to tell you about why nobody's ever going to question that we are one of the best companies out there for lawn care and landscaping for the customer experience and customer service, or the whole client experience, and just in general, being one of the best companies. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but on one of the shorts I just did, somebody had commented, one of my parents' neighbors, whose lawns I started cutting a couple years ago, and basically said, that your lawn cutting ability sucks, for more or less better words, whatever. Just said that we don't own a lot of lawns in that neighborhood anymore, which is true. We don't mow as many lawns in that neighborhood as we once did, and basically saying that our customer service is bad. And they haven't used this for 2-3 years. The comment really did irk me a little bit, and not because they're necessarily wrong, and they can say whatever they want, of course. Nothing against them, they're super nice people. But the point that they had just said is that our customer service isn't that good, and that's whatever. So first off, we do a lot of stuff right, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what we are going to do right from now on. So from now on, right, we're going to continue to answer our phones every time somebody calls for between 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. That's something we've been doing for the past probably really decently for the past year, but I don't think we've missed a phone call during business hours. Actually, we haven't missed a phone call during business hours at all this year, because you either get somebody on our team at the local office or you get a call center, which the call center is great to at least just get information, to get somebody's contact info and stuff, and that way they can actually, if that way the client knows, the client was at least talked to, and then we can get back to them very quickly. So that's something we're going to continue to do. We're revolutionizing our entire client onboarding experience, from when the customer requests an estimate to when the customer receives their estimate to when the customer, gets their welcome package, when they accept it, then they get their welcome package, how they get signed up, the email system, the way it goes, what happens if they don't do this, what happens if they do that, everything. I've spent a bunch of time tonight working on automations and working on, stuff like that. I'm not going to go through every single little point, but it's pretty freaking rad, and there's tons of tons of communication there, tons of text messaging when they're scheduled for mowing, text messaging but right before they have their first service, after their first service, after every subsequent service. There's tons of communication with the clients there. Then on the landscaping side, we're working on doing the same exact thing. That's what I'm about to go do. And then, just because the landscape is a little different, because it's, clients can do landscaping multiple times, so they only get the onboarded ones, but then before every project, it's the same, system. And then they're going to get, physical mail, all that good stuff. And then, most importantly, what is the number one thing for, lawn mowing and yada yada is the actual consistency of delivery and consistency of service, and having awesome team members on the property. We've always had awesome team members. We've got some of the best team members. So I don't need to continue on that. You guys all know we hire really great people here. And so that's going to be, we're going to stay like that. But I think one of the things we've definitely but one of the things we haven't made a priority in our company is making sure the consistent day of the week for mowing. Now, all of our customers know this, and it says it in massive print on all of our estimates, on every freaking email that we send. It says, hey, we are going to mow your lawn on Thursday, the day before or the day after. Or we're going to say, hey, we're going to mow your lawn on Wednesday, the day before, the day after. Whatever day it is, day before, the day after, right? Now, here's the thing. We say that. Clients read that. But clients do not give a flip. Nobody cares that we're going to mow your lawn this day or the day before, the day after. I was on a phone call with a client today, and I said, hey, we normally mow your lawn on Thursdays, correct? And because I don't know why Thursday's always a day in my head, but we're going to mow your lawn on Thursdays, correct? And she said, yeah, but you guys just come, kind of whatever day. And I said, well, no, we don't. We only come Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. But the thing is, clients don't love that. So we are now going to make a massive priority to come on the same day every single week for clients. That's not always possible. It's sometimes unavoidable that we have to go to different days. But I think one of the things we can do to really elevate ourselves is we don't always let the clients know, if we're going to be coming the day before, especially if we're coming the day before. We don't always let the clients know if they don't like a dog or something like that, because we have a different system. If they have a dog, where they get a text, because we're awesome. So it's if the client, we always let them know. But so I think from now on, they're going to get a message no matter what, if it's not on their scheduled day of the week. But we're going to do our absolute darndest, unless there is impending rain coming, or or rain that happened that we couldn't predict or whatever it is, that we're going to try to keep on the same exact day every single week, and build systems out for that and start tracking that as a metric, because we realize how important it is to customers. So yeah, there's that. And then other than that, I mean, our consistency of mowing delivery has been great. You know, we're working on implementing a new training program for mowing that you know, is going well. So that's that. And then you know, doing as far as biweekly maintenance, same thing. That's been going really well. The new programs for that are going to work great. I think the only thing that we need to do is just same thing, consistency of delivery for that a little bit better. But that's not as crucial because it's not, you know, it's not as much of a hassle for the customers. We're not going over across the whole lawn. We're just pulling some weeds here or there. But that is also important to at least, you know, at least come within the same couple days area and let them know the day before if they're interested in that service, or if they're interested in having us let them know. And then, you know, as far as landscaping goes, we don't have that system exactly hammered out yet. I'm actually going to be doing that, like I said. But basically just letting them know, you know, advance notice for scheduling as far as keeping the date the same once we give it to them, and then informing if that date changes at all, talking to them at the end of every day during the project, and then at the end of the project, of course, you know, just shooting them a text message and confirming that everything's all wrapped up. Or whatever, email something to confirm that the project's all wrapped up, and then obviously, you know, asking for the testimonial or review, and yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Like, customer, the thing is, nothing I'm saying here is like revolutionary. The tough part is, how do you do it when you're servicing, you know, whatever it is, I think we're not even doing a ton of properties, but we do a lot of landscape projects, so that takes a lot of our time up. But like, you know, we're doing 100 plus, 200 plus, whatever properties a week, depending on the week. It's like, hey, it starts to add up and starts to become harder to make sure these things happen for every single client exactly how we'd like them to. And we want there to be zero questions ever about our level of service ever again. I never want to hear it again. And I'm going to work very hard to make sure that happens, because I think I'm working on some of the wrong things, getting caught up in too much of the day-to-day minutia, and like trying to dream about how we can fix the company, just not taking actionable steps to try to make the company better every single day. So that's something that I'm really, really dead set on focusing on now, and I'm not going to give it up until our client experience is perfect and we're getting crazy amounts of reviews, crazy amounts of referrals. We're going to be doing a referral program, and basically I'm going to be, because we have an awesome operations, you know, manager that's taking on the customer service rep role for me, I'm going to just be focusing like 100,000% on the customer experience and 100,000% on marketing, and just basically building a fantastic company that has the marketing and then the customer experience to back it up. And we're working on the customer experience first, so that way we can just go market it, and it's obvious that you should go with us, and then everybody that goes with us, switches to us, is going to obviously recommend us to all of their friends because we're awesome. And then and I'm saying that not as a pompous thing, but saying because we are in the process of becoming awesome, the service we offer will be awesome. And then also, and we're like, you know, like I said in the past videos, you know what my standpoint on us, we're not awesome, it's just that we're not level we could be, but one of the best in the nation. So yeah, we're in the process of working on that, on getting there now, and I'm really excited for it. And I just think it's important to get that side becoming a fantastic first, because then to market is so easy, because you're just telling people what you do, and you know you can fulfill on the back end, which I've never promised the customer anything I don't believe we can fill on the back end. But there have been instances where clients have left dissatisfied, and I don't really, and although, you know, we very rarely have clients leave dissatisfied anymore, because the level of service we have, like I said, with the office always being there and still being, and you know, actually answering the phones, unlike most landscape companies do. I just think that there's room for improvement to become somebody where like somebody listens to our video, like, so hopefully somebody listens to this who's out in like Arkansas where we don't serve yet, and they're like, dang, I wish I had a company that did what he's talking about right now and made sure that everything was perfect. And if we can do that, we know we're headed on the right track. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys do anything I didn't mention in your customer experience, because I would like to implement that into our customer experience, because we can just make everybody better. That's why I'm laying everything out that we're doing for our clients, so hopefully you can copy it. So thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day. Rising tide floats all boats. See ya.